literally gave me the option to hurt you.
I know, don't hurt me. I'm very sensitive. I'm a delicate flower whom a breath might wither. All right, so how are we doing with this? Is this in there now?
Okay, now you're a moderator. Now you can post
All
it.
right, let's try it again.
Don't abuse your power like Deadwood.
I shall never. Only
Anybody
listen,
else?
girls, don't. Okay. All right, here we go. Boom. There is the thingy in there. It's over on Instagram. Specialized Metal and Punk. And it's
you said Harry to the rice patties again.
What the hell's going on? Harry!
He did it. See what he does?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it was swirling. He was losing connection.
I think he just messes with us as a reason to speak out.
Malaya, check up there. And Darren, check that out.
That's the record shop?
Yeah. It's actually, he's got his own record label. So, in fact, John, you were on my channel a while back. Party time, Jason. John, you were on the show, and I was telling you about it because he did the Harlots of 42nd Avenue.
Oh, the glam band, yes.
Yeah.
Well, quasi-glam, yeah.
Yeah, he was able to help them out, and he's done different things. Jason Rojas, how are you doing, Jason? You are welcome, Malaya. Yeah, and I just got word from Sue. I guess they don't want her friend to be left alone, so Sue's going to stay with her for a while to help out.
Does that mean we're stuck with you for more time?
You are, unfortunately. I think I may have a bottle of wine. Hang on, I'll go.
Oh boy!
Let me get the wine.
Trekker, I love the New York Dolls since I was a kid. Yeah.
Sarah asked for a New York Dolls song last week. So.
Yeah, and I actually my latest video, I think that was the first record I showed was the New York Dolls.
Yeah, you showed the was it the demos or
demos from '73? Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Oh, it sounds very good.
Hey, Jason, how you doing? You want to come up on the TV show?
There's a little like studio banter with David Johansen.
I love that
with his
stuff.
New York accent. It's so good.
I just watched what was that movie Free Jack with him in it, so I just saw that. So, for some reason, he's in that movie.
Oh, is he? Is that the Mick Jagger movie?
Yeah, Mick Jagger and David Johansen's in it too. So.
Yeah. I like the David Johansen movie with Richard Dreyfuss, where they play the horses.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? Let It Roll, Let It Ride, Let It Ride.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, relatively speaking.
Okay, you listen. You dodged a bullet, We're out of wine. I think we're out of wine. Now, I can drive out and get a bottle. It's about 5 minutes away. But I think I'll behave myself and I'll surrender to my better needs. Oh, my God.
No whiskey?
No, I don't have the hard stuff in the house at all.
Uh-oh, Jason Rojas says he's drunk, so let's get him up here.
Come on, Jason, get up here.
My favorite's Robert when he gets drunk. He cracks me up when he gets going.
Robert.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Robert's funny anyway.
He's twice as funny when he gets loaded.
That's hard to do. A lot of people can become obnoxious or it doesn't work, you know?
Trevor's flat, round, and spun final community. That just flows, doesn't it, Trevor?
Oh, what a great channel.
Must be coming in off of Harry's stream.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Patrick's show being brought to you by Constant Buddy.
Hey, what's up, man? I didn't even see he was in here.
Yeah, this is the last day of the Constant Buddy. Got to hit the wars.
Yeah, you don't want to Bobby Gassett wear the same shirt 4 or 5 days in a row, you know.
So you do that?
It was one time Bobby, I think he was about to move or something. He must have had his clothes packed away, and so now I just refer to it as Bobby gassing it if you wear the same shirt a few days in a row. See, we even got the funk here, people.
Hi,
you got any shows coming up, John, that you're going to? I think you're muted.
I am muted. Satan's playing next Saturday.
Satan
We'll go to
really's
that.
coming up from hell and just gonna do a show on his own.
Yeah,
Satan?
Satan.
Yeah, Satan's
Yeah,
the one band that, by far the
what's
worst band choice.
The new wave of traditional heavy metal band there.
Yeah,
What's
their
that?
name does not match their music at all.
What's the new wave of traditional heavy metal band, the big one from America, the Trio?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have
Night
a record. Night Demon, yes.
Yeah, their album just came out last week.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Anvil's playing, but I think I'll skip that.
I heard Crown Lands.
Anvil's good to see.
Yeah,
But-
I've seen
If
them,
you've
but
seen
like,
them, you've seen them.
yeah.
It's the same exact show, and they wear the
Yeah.
same exact clothes, and it's the same fucked up guitars. You know, it
You
never
notice how
changes.
Harry hasn't come back? You see that? You notice how Harry's still gone?
Hey, George.
cool,
This is a
Mark.
very underrated band too.
Great that you got to see Nick Cave. That would be a good act to see.
Yeah, next Sunday is Carcass and Sacred Reich. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh,
I've never
cool.
seen Carcass live.
Yeah, they were past what I was in.
Yeah, Sacred Reich was a local band for me, so I saw them like 30 times.
Cool. I saw Sacred Reich, but I don't remember it. I have a ticket stub, maybe with
Man, there's-
Sepultura. I think it was Sacred Reich and Sepultura, but I don't remember the show.
They were great live. I mean, they're still good. I saw them a couple of years ago, and they were fantastic. But man, back in the 90s, they killed it live.
Oh, what are you doing up so early? Do you want to come hang
Hey,
out with
Paul.
the
Hey,
kids?
what's up, Paul?
You want to come hang out with the kids?
Was it like 5 in the morning there?
Yeah.
Where's Paul at, anyway?
I already played some
London.
Van Halen there, Trucker. Yeah.
Right, I knew that. I mean, I haven't seen him for a while. I see him
Yeah,
sporadic.
he was around for a while when he was in these States. He'd come up all the time because he was on
Yeah.
the same time zone. So
So we can't see the Joe Perry project. It's the same night we have tickets to see Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead's doing something.
Oh, is he doing like
we
a
bought
live?
tickets, some sort of spoken word or
Did you go to see the Bruce Dickinson spoken word? I'm curious how that one was. I was going to buy tickets and I totally forgot about it until like the day after.
can't you scalp those tickets for the spoken word? Oh, John's frozen.
John, yeah.
John's go off to the rice patties with Harry.
No.
Right, way to go, Rachel.
Time to look at that shot.
Listen, there's a powerful draw with these race patties. Be very careful. Many people have entered through this turn.
Way to go, Rachel. You've driven all of my people off to the
Yeah.
rice patties. I usually have a full panel, and you
All
fucking
right.
only Steve is hung with me.
Steve is because he's harmless. He's a harmless rebel.
Yes, he's the harmless rebel.
Hokey, smoke. Dogs and cats living together at the end of the world.
I knew it was a bad idea.
I
Didn't
know.
usually
It
have trouble
seems
like
so
that.
good. It seemed logical. I said,
I never could get into this band.
in a continual brewski freeze. What a way to go. John Bandy.
Oh, there you go. David says he's going to start a drinking game. Take a shot every time somebody says rice patties.
All right, John's coming back now. Okay, there we go.
There he is.
You're
He,
muted.
he hasn't gone to the rice patties yet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Oh, the better half is I'll take a break because I think she's still got to go be with her friends. So I'll take a break. I'll be right back after it takes tonight.
Okay. There's been a link for like the last 10 minutes. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, go like 7 or 8 comments up. There's a link in there. Oh, never mind.
People don't know how to scroll. Oh. I don't know if I want to add this person. Liberace Jr., what the fuck's up with
Hey,
that?
Paul.
What's up, Paul? How you doing,
Hey,
bud?
how you doing? What's up?
What time
you
is it
doing up-
there?
Yeah, really.
It's 4:45.
What are you doing up so early?
Insomnia. Don't know what's going on.
Meth? Are you on meth?
Maybe the yeah. I'm breaking back badly here. I'm gonna have my 6 espressos if I can stay awake here.
That may be why you're still awake.
Oh man,
Good work,
there's
Pete.
Eddie. Come on, Jason. Come on, get your drunk ass up here, Jason. Are you unable to wield the camera when you're inebriated, Jason? Oh, dude, you're in a band. You should be able to handle being drunk in public.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, what's up, John?
Hey Eddie, how you doing?
You saw Satan. How was that show?
Oh man, they were great. They exceeded my expectation. You know, I'm only familiar with that one album, the very first one.
Yeah, caught in
But
the
seeing
act.
them live, I mean, they were nice. They were really good.
How many guys are left from the original band?
I think there's
Well,
like
It's two guys, right?
Yeah, and it's not the original band. It's like the classic band.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's Brian Ross, the singer from Blitzkrieg.
yeah.
Is the
Just two
singer, but
left
he
with
was on
ZZ Top
those
as well.
records.
Just 2 left in ZZ Top as well, right? I'm kidding. What do you guys think of that new guy in the ZZ Top? Is that,
Well, he was touring. He was touring with them even before Rusty
Right.
died.
Yeah, he was like the bass tech, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Guitar
Rusty
tech or
would do the
something.
whole show for. They said for like the year before he wasn't able to do a whole show, so the bass. This guy would come out and do most of the show, and then Rusty would come out every few songs.
does it look a bit too much with the sort of 24-string guitar or whatever
Yeah,
he's
that's
doing?
the bass is the thing that kills it for me.
Yeah.
You just play like a Fender bass or something.
Is Carcass a British band?
What that?
Is Carcass a British band?
No.
Carcass? Yeah.
What's been going on? You guys have been having some brutal weather over there, haven't you?
I have.
It's been weird for us. We went from like 35 degrees to 70 degrees within like 6 days. Everybody's sick now because of it.
Hey, John, you need to check out this band, man. I played it the other day on my channel. The
Emerald?
name of the band is Emerald.
Is it pirate metal?
They're power metal.
Is it pirate metal?
No, power.
Oh, okay. No, it looks like pirate metal from the picture.
No,
Oh,
it's
oh,
kinda
they're
like,
mateys.
like an Eddie throwback, Eddie the Monster, but real tight. They're phenomenal band. A friend of mine on the way up to Houston was just playing all these deep metal bands that I'm not familiar with.
What's the name of that record? Is it
This one's called Reckoning Day.
Reckoning Day? I'll look it up. I'll definitely check it out.
It was so good that
Oh, what the hell?
What's up, Senor Rojas?
What's that? I didn't hear what you said, Eddie.
There you
Is
go.
that the
I
box
agree.
Look how big this box is.
Oh my goodness.
It was like 10 copies of Loaded.
This is ridiculous. Like, you need this much loaded. You know?
So is it
All right.
seven? Is it 7 albums of outtakes?
No.
Heroin-induced madness.
Okay, I want to say right now that I don't have the 2 Latinos down below because I'm racist, all right? It's not
Oh
a
my God.
racist thing, okay?
You want me to contact Jose? I'll get Jose.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
boy.
just want to make sure you guys don't think that I'm like, keeping you guys down,
Oh, wow.
You should put us in geographical order.
I'm in
Okay.
Canada. I should be far away.
This-
Patrick,
this-
I'm going to head off.
this
I
is
love
the
you.
record
Thanks
I
for
need
having
to
me
buy.
up. Jason Rojas, have a great night. Eddie, keep
Rachel,
Rojas.
don't leave. Come on.
Are you going to the rice paddies?
I go on to Rice Paddies. Damn you all out at it. Patrick, I love you. Thanks so much.
See you
Bye,
later,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Bye.
See you, Rachel. Bye. Hey, do you want to see a quality? Where did John go? Hey, want to see a quality album, John?
Oh, nice. Where's Stunty, huh? Johnny
Yeah.
Halliday.
He does a killer version of
That was
Black is
surprised.
Black.
Back in Black was released. They released like 5 of his albums. I was really surprised by that.
Noir C'est Noir is brilliant. His Black is Black version.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I have any Johnny Halliday.
It's really good. That his Black is he does like some Eddie Cochran stuff and
Yeah.
Hey
Well,
Joe even.
Millions of records. Have you been to Millions of Records before that website?
Which one?
It's called Millions of Records. John, here in the U.S. they have
Yeah, they have a lot of reggae. Yeah.
Yeah, they have all the Halliday records that they just
Oh,
press
dude.
for like $15.
Oh, geez. Yeah, he's not the best. I mean, I appreciate him. There's some good footage of him.
I'm just
But
shocked that Back on Black released those. It's not the label you'd expect to release that.
He's really unknown, like
Oh.
outside of France.
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah. They're Elvis. Yeah, this was like five. I was in France last week. It was €5 sealed.
Did you beat anybody up in France?
What's that?
Did you beat anybody up in France?
I wanted to.
All right, there you go.
For burning shit outside my hotel, like burning the trash, like.
At least the trash is getting taken care of, right?
They look cool though. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Trevor. Yeah, Liverpool's where Carcass is from.
You still coming over, Steve? Right? Is it July or something? You said you might be over.
No, they pushed it to next year. So my father-in-law's in his 70s now, and he's starting to have brain troubles.
Oh, okay.
And they keep finding like little mini aneurysms and stuff. So they're
Ooh.
so my wife and my daughter left yesterday for Brazil, and then her brother and sister from England just left. They're spending the whole next week in Brazil with him.
Oh, right.
It'll be the first time that all of his kids have been together in like 10 years.
You go get some shitty Beatles albums in Brazil.
So every time she goes, I get her to try to get me I'm trying to find the EP for Sepultura, and then Bestial Devastation, original Homogella pressing, Homogella, whatever the label is.
What are you consuming there, Jason? Are you drinking wine? Is that what you're doing?
I've got two of them, but she keeps buying represses. She thinks he's buying an original pressing and keeps buying different represses from later on. And they're still worth money. I mean, she's getting them for like $10 US, and they're still $50 or $60 records, but I haven't been able to get those originals yet.
Yeah, I bought like 50 45s. I'll have to do a show one of these days.
Yeah.
Brazil's hard though. Last time I was there, I went to like 15 record stores, and 90% of the records are just
Hey, Joe Marino.
hurt, you know.
Oh yeah.
And all their 7 inches are on 33.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a weird thing about Brazil.
Well, there's like a couple metal albums too that are only Brazilian pressings, but when I go to Brazil to try to find them, they're always beat to shit.
Yeah,
No.
the culture to preserve things.
Well, they're
And
cheap,
plus,
right?
plus they got all that humidity. It's like,
Yeah.
Where's that?
Brazil.
Yeah, well, it's not that. I mean, it's just like records were. I mean, in the 70s and 80s, Brazil was not a good place to live. You know, there wasn't a lot of money, and so
Sounds like
records were kind of a luxury. So not a lot of people had them, and the people had them. Once records weren't a thing anymore, they just threw them in closets or whatever. And
Kind of sounds like the Valley. So, yeah.
sounds like UK, yeah.
Well, there were a lot more vinyl buyers in the U.S. and the U.K. though, compared to places like Brazil. Some of the Brazilian psych bands from the late 60s and early 70s are amazing, though. I found a couple of those comps, and man, it's better than a lot of the stuff that's popular, you know?
The Os Mutantes.
They were just here a week ago. They still tour.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's just the one guy.
Yeah, it has been for a long time.
Just the old.
I think it's been the one guy since the late 70s.
This song is a lyrical masterpiece. I'm telling you.
Yeah. This ain't no Gershwin.
Actually, Eddie, did you see the Os Mutantes?
No.
No, someone did. I think I saw footage. Someone did. Maybe I just saw random
Is
footage.
Jason Rojas an Avatar Billie Eilish? Who is that?
They have a really
Who's
cool
your
band.
Avatar?
It's from Britney.
Oh, Britney?
What is it with you and Brittany?
Is that Britney Spears?
She's blacked out.
Wow, you are drunk.
Hey, John, I never to see the Os Mutantes. It was really good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Like, it's worth going to see them. I don't know if they'll, like, it's only one guy, and, like, he was really sick.
They're playing really small place. Like they're playing a place called the Earl here, which holds maybe 150 people. You know.
Hey, Patrick, you got anything by this gal, Patrick?
And or Susie Quattro?
That's a nice French one. You got any Susie?
I don't have any of her singles. Actually, I do have a couple of her singles, but I have a bunch of her albums.
That
I
first
have
album's
like
great.
3 of their albums. Yeah, I like those first few that she did, and then
Yeah,
Hey, stop.
the first
Eddie,
two
Eddie
are
would like this
good.
stuff. Hey, go Eddie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I got that not that long ago. Oh yeah. That's a great soundtrack.
That whole
Look at this.
series.
Look how this for a weird single. You don't see that much.
Oh, that's
You know-
cool.
You know this Brazilian record?
No, what's the band?
Milton Nascimento and then
No, I don't know
It's
it.
an amazing record.
So they've got
Oh,
a
it's-
band. They've got a band called Legião Urbana. It's kind of like kind of a Smiths type of band that's really good. And the singer has a lot of parallels to Freddie Mercury. He was like one of the real big guys, and ended up one of the early guys to get AIDS and died from it right after Freddie Mercury did. But he started in a punk band in the 70s. It was really good in Brazil, and then Legião Urbana was kind of a Smiths-ish thing. It's really good.
Like this is like the white album of Brazilian music. Just fantastic. Like some psychedelics, some folk, bossa nova, jazz. This record. Like
Was
this
that
is
by
the original
Jason?
pressing. It's super expensive. Like I would not go for this. Like try to get this like under, at least like under 100 at least.
Yeah.
I know that's not cheap.
All right.
What's
Like,
the name of
even
the artist?
reissue sells for like 100, 150. Like it's ridiculous.
I got this in today. I've been waiting 10 years to get this album in my possession. It is Night Sun.
Nice. Is that an original?
Yep.
Wow.
Where'd you find it?
Somebody put it up on Discogs, and I bought it. I haven't had an alert that popped up immediately, and I bought it 5 seconds later and said, "This is mine." So I also got the second Hard Stuff album from the same seller.
Yeah, I've been wanting that one myself.
While we're talking politically correct album covers, do we like this one?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I think I almost played that. What band is that?
Don Farden, I think it was.
Hey Patrick, I got all those Russian Iron Maidens.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Dude, I paid $20, $25
I'm
each.
telling you, man, best deal going. Original
Now,
UK
what are those?
pressing.
The UK plates?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, does the first album have Sanctuary on it? It wouldn't, right?
No,
Sure.
I don't think so.
I think it was just a single in England.
Yeah.
So which ones are those? Is that like a recent repress or?
No, so in 1995,
Oh, it does.
EMI
Yeah.
sent to Russia the Gala company the plates for all of Iron Maiden's albums. UK
Oh,
pressing.
so they're Russian pressing.
So they sent them the metal parts and they press them all. You can get them for like $20 a piece, 25
Really?
a piece.
Is it paper? Is it paper covers?
Yeah,
They're
they're very
horrible,
thin.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pressings are good. They sound.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I was just curious because the legitimate Russian pressings all have the thin paper, and the bootlegs all have the thick.
You got anything for these guys, Patrick?
Rare Earth.
They got some.
Yeah.
They got a couple of pretty heavy. Some pretty heavy stuff. I like Rare Earth.
Yeah, the singles.
do.
These singles are cool.
Pretty Things was another band that got really heavy on a couple of their albums.
They're
That same-
really big time dollar bin albums that Rare Earth is nowadays. I mean, they used to be. They used to have like die cut covers and stuff. I think I have Ecology here, like in this stack somewhere. But yeah. Yes, this one has the texture cover, the UK pressing of this.
And then Harvest, is it? Is it Harvest, right?
On Harvest. no. It ain't us. So I heard from Thor he's supposed to go to India today, and he on the way to the airport he came down with the flu. Poor guy, he had to cancel his trip.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sucks, man. India is a crazy place to visit, man.
He's like, I don't want to go to India while I'm sick. You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, and I don't know what it's like now. I was there in the '90s, and man, that was
It's a lot dirtier than it was in the 90s. Man.
Yeah, there's more people though.
Yeah, there's more trash, more lack of facilities. Yeah. People want to know, Jason, what exactly are you drinking?
I'll go get it.
Okay.
he's drinking Cristal.
You're right. He's self-titled. You mean the? I don't know. It was only self-titled in Canada and the U.S.
Oh my gosh, Whispering Angel.
Oh my god!
Whispering Angel. What is that? What is
I
that?
know.
Sounds like a porn movie.
You were drinking Whispering Angel, listening to Britney Spears.
Is that one of that old Stormy Daniels movie? Yeah.
Man.
Someone sent me a picture of Stormy Daniels and Trump and said one of them's a liar with fake tits and the other one's Stormy Daniels.
Well, I mean, only the U.S. and Canada were called self-titled. You're right. The other in the UK it was called very heavy, very humble.
I love the UK version of that album.
Yeah.
Oh, with the cobwebs, that one with all the cobwebs on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cobwebs in England or in Europe, and then it
I
was
have
the
That
like a
dragon
dragon
thing.
drawing.
Yeah,
I think I've got it on bronze. Is it on bronze or something?
yeah.
Mine's on Vertigo.
I found that for £1 here at the thrift store.
I got a swirl, Vertigo swirl.
Oh, that's nice.
Sweet. I didn't know they had a swirl of that one.
This is a
There
South
you go.
African pressing, but it
Oh,
uses
nice.
the UK plates. So I paid $20 for this. It's got the UK plate. So that was a good deal for me.
Oh, the vertical swirl. Super cool.
Yeah, the original's on the swirl.
Yeah, I think this is German though, if I remember.
Flip it over, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's German. It says it.
West Germany.
Yeah, I never noticed that. So yeah, it's the bronze label. I never noticed that it's got Island Records on the cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I think Vertigo had to cut deals with all sorts of different labels to get distribution elsewhere.
But yeah, that's the bronze label. I have an Italian pressing
Wow.
too.
Shots fired on Jason Rojas from Joe Marino. You know,
Cheers.
Jason lives in Minnesota. He doesn't live in Napa Valley, Joe. I mean, come on, man.
Hey Patrick, are you familiar with this album?
Oh, I got that right here.
What is it?
Sudden Death.
No, I've never heard of them.
It's an exclusive on Noble Records. This is
It's
one
not
of
exclusive. He just did his own pressing. They're doing it themselves.
Oh, they did doing it himself?
Yeah, you can get it on black vinyl from the label that's doing it.
Kind of an
I'll
uplifting cover there.
I'll send you a legitimate bottle of wine, Jason, from here in Napa Valley. So
This is one of those hard, Braille records for metal fans. It's like a proto Doom album that was recorded in 1972 by some young kids. They put out like a talent, search
Yeah, they did it for a talent show.
together, and they recorded the record. Never really officially came out. I think in 1995, Rockadelic's Relics released it, and even that copy is hard to come by.
Yeah, it's like
So,
$150 for those in decent condition.
Yeah. So Double Records put this out for $30 or something.
Yeah, it's really good. He's done a couple. He did that one. He did Puba, the Puba debut album, which is
Yeah.
really good.
Farm.
He did the Farm album, which is really good.
you can talk to the guy from Fuba. What's his name? Jim Gustafson.
Oh yeah, I've emailed him. So
He's a super nice guy. He sent me a bunch of shit. I got like a pic and fucking a bunch of shit from him.
I forgot about him. Like a month ago, I was talking to him back and forth, and I was going to order the album. He's going to send me a bunch of shit, and I forgot about it. I need to
I
message
tried to get him to send me an original pressing so that I could rip it. And he hasn't. Who we lose there?
Paul.
Paul. Oh, okay. I guess the meth wore off. Okay.
Well, they said with this band, with Sudden Death, the guys from the band had never heard the record. It got recorded and never released, and then in the 90s, the tape showed up, and that was their first time hearing the record, too. They had never heard it after recording it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. You know that A Certain Ratio, we're still releasing records. You know that band, A Certain Ratio?
Certain Ratio?
They're kind of like around the same time as like New Order and Joy Division.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about Going Out Factory?
Yeah.
Let me see if I have any of that. I have that Factory 9 album box set. Are they on that?
Yes, I think so.
But yeah, I don't have it tagged by songs. I can't find it. So.
This is like really good actually, and like the vinyl comes in this like crazy, just with a like, kind of crazy clear gray.
Love those Hudson Hi-Fi Intersleeves.
This is like really good. I would totally recommend this. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of the Factory albums. I don't know that one, though. That's cool.
Well, Two Bar says he bought that today. Hey, what was that place what was that place in Manchester, Paul? Was it called the Hacienda? Was it the Hacienda where all those Manchester bands played? The Hacienda?
The thing is, I was going to show up on Rachel's, but I guess there's too much drama on that screen, so I missed out. But I was going to show up like the records I got this screen.
Drama at Rachel's? No fucking way, dude. Seriously? Come on.
You were on the screen earlier, weren't you, Patrick?
Yeah, I left.
It sounds really good, actually.
I'm not a fan of that stuff, though. But I like the cover.
But she loves you.
Yeah, I know. I just can't get into that stuff, man.
It seems like every time I log into Rachel's stream lately, there's been fighting, so I just left.
You know, that fighting brings clicks, you know? There's Paul. Hi, Paul's family. Hi. Why is your family getting up at 5 in the morning, dude? What the hell is wrong with you people?
You can hear me, my dulcet tones, I think, in this room, but I just sent them back to bed, so I'm back out here.
It's like, oh no, man, Dad's on meth again. You know, I don't care.
Everybody said they did white vinyl too of that.
I don't
My
care if
favorite
anybody
band,
does that. I know, that's why I put it in here, so yeah. I figured you'd be here by the time I got to this one.
Dude, this is a great album.
You know, I don't care. All those people that make those videos, it's like they get about 5 to 10 views each. It's like, I don't give a shit. It's like, yeah. If you want to spend hours making these videos that nobody sees, get yourself out, dude.
Yeah, that's why I do streams, man. Like, things are easier. Just turn it on. Oh.
I still do
Hacienda was
videos,
a
but I'll do
apartment
like I'll take a Saturday and do like 5 or 6 videos. That gives me like 3 or 4 weeks worth of stuff to drop.
Still lazy on the weekend.
My wife works on Saturdays, so
Oh, okay.
and usually my daughter, she's at that age now where she's with her friends all the time. She doesn't want nothing to do with me, so Saturday's usually a day to chill.
I think it's supposed to be trial by fire, not trail by fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
These guys had a little bit better production than most of the bands of their era.
I think their name just hurt them. It's another
Yeah,
band.
the name hurt. And this album was a little late. By the time this LP came out, it was like 84, 83.
83, yeah.
And it may have come out early because they had early singles.
Yeah, they
It may
were
have come
they
out
were
earlier
around
if it
in
wasn't
the
for
day.
the band name.
And those early singles are fantastic.
Oh yeah, that is so good.
Are they on the EP?
You have the Blitzkrieg single, Patrick?
Didn't they change their name to like Pariah or something for a while?
They
No,
changed the name.
I just have Ready for Action and A Time for Changes.
No, I meant the. Oh, okay, you got you. 'Cause that's the singer on the Blitzkrieg song that Metallica covers. This Brian Ross. Yeah, what were
They
they?
had good guitar players.
Fury, something, Blind Fury. What were they?
Black Fury.
Yeah, I've got a repress of their single. I would love to find an original.
Oh yeah,
And then
Mike
from Blind
got it.
Fury, they went to
I have Blind Fury. I have Blind Fury Out of Reach.
Yeah, I thought I had the Blind Fury. I remember looking. I don't have that.
I rolled in a reissue of it like 5 or 6 years ago.
The real treat on that show that I went to last weekend was Triptychon doing an all Celtic Frost band.
Pariah
Yeah.
was a
That
San
looked good,
Antonio
Eddie. I
band.
saw that footage.
I just got this in today, the reissue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
the one
played
I
songs
have.
from that and from it was a great show, man.
I love their last album, but they don't do any songs off of that. Ever do any songs off that? Do they?
Well, they don't
Lake
do,
one, you mean?
They don't
That last
play-
Celtic Frost album. It's almost like a doom metal album.
Oh, the one from like 90.
Yeah.
like
No, the one
1990?
from later than that, wasn't it?
It might have been later. Yeah.
Isn't it like 98 or 99 or something?
Yeah, it was in the night. It was. Yeah, I remember. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention, but I remember they had.
Do you have that one?
Out of respect of the guy who
I don't.
passed away from Celtic Frost, he doesn't play any tracks when he toured with Triptychon. And even during the show, everyone was like, Celtic Frost in front. He's like, no, we're Triptychon. Playing
Well, he
the
also did
Celtic
the first EP with Coroner too.
Frost.
Tom D. Warrior did vocals on the first Coroner EP.
Really?
Yeah,
Foreigner, did you say?
Coroner.
Well, I think the guys from Corner were their roadies.
They were the guitar techs and the bass techs for the band,
Yeah.
and they started Coroner. And the guitarist didn't want to sing; he didn't think he had a good voice. So they hired Tom D. Warrior to do the EP for him, and he talked them into singing, and that's how he became the singer. But that's another band that doesn't get a lot of love, man. Coroner was
Coroner,
so
yeah.
good. Everything, the thrash stuff, they were one of the most technical of those technical thrash bands.
Yep. I've got all their records.
Oh yeah, so I.
Reissue that. So,
And then Scott's what's the label Scott worked with? Rock's Record? No. Brutal Planet. They just did gold discs of the Corner album, all the Corner albums.
What was it that English stand-up comedian said? My school was so tough, we had our own coroner. But,
My school had metal detectors back in the freaking 70s.
Thank you. Monotheist was the name of that album that was almost doom metal.
isn't there some like amusement park in New Jersey where they got like an ambulance on hold the whole time? It's like some
That
famous.
was Action Park, but that's
Yeah.
closed
It
since
closed
the
down
early
like
80s.
the 90s, right?
They got
Yeah,
like an
they had a
ambulance there.
documentary. They had
Yeah.
a documentary on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Traction Park.
There used to
like
be
that.
a place in Vegas on the Strip. There was a water park back in the 80s, and people used to get hurt all the time. It was one of the first slides that went straight down,
Jesus.
and when you would go straight down, you would actually lift away from the slide, and
Yeah,
then when you got to the bottom, you would hit it real hard with your back. people were
yeah. I
jacking
was
up
on
their
one of
spine.
those. Yeah,
It was like right next to the Sands before they tore down all the classic hotels on the Strip. I remember going there.
Yeah, I got a friend who was on a sort of, what do you call it? We call it a stag do, like a bachelor party do in
Yeah,
Belgium. And he fell out of the ride and sort of lost half his head.
Ugh.
So he's like permanently brain damaged. Drunk, fell out of one of those chair plane things.
But she married him anyway, right?
She married him anyway, but yeah, he's currently not working.
I'd have to think of the band's name, but there's like a Ramones style band from New Jersey that has a song called Action Park from like the early 80s.
There was like an MTV special. I think Alice in Chains was at Action Park.
There's one in Texas, Patrick, on San Antonio. Have you ever been to the, what's it called? Is it Six Flags? No.
Schlitterbahn?
Schlitterbahn. I've been there actually, to New Braunfels.
Yep. New Braunfels is where they had the Texas Aquatic Games. When you were on swim team and you qualified, you would all go to New Braunfels, and they had like the Texas Championship for like kids.
Texas had Astro World and what was the water park?
We had
water
Six
park's the one I
Flags.
went. SeaWorld.
No,
is it?
no, right next to Astro World in Texas, there was a huge water. Was it called Water World?
I think the Afterworld, man, that was so long ago.
They had Six Flags and Astro World.
Yeah, that's where I went. That's where I went when I was a kid. Though we would drive into. It was outside of Houston, I think. And
Six
we
Flags
would
got
drive
this
to
thing called
Astro
the-
World, and there was a big water park. That was the first big water park I remember from the late '70s, early '80s.
Well, the original Six Flags was in Dallas. I mean, that was where they actually had the Six Flags over Texas. They had the different sections of like all the flags that had flown over Texas. They kind of lost that part of the whole thing now. You know, you don't really get the whole. This is the French. This is like Spanish. This is
The
like
Six
Mexican.
Flags here in Atlanta is a cesspool. It's
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, Depeche, it's not the Huntingtons. I can't remember the name of the band. But
Yeah,
they
remember
haven't even.
my kid went to Germany, like school trip, and they went to the water park, and it was Naked Day. Nice for a 15-year-old kid to see all these sort of naked German guys.
So when I lived in Germany as a kid, every neighborhood had their own. It was like a pit. It was just a big dugout pit with water in it. And as a kid, we would walk by, and all the topless women would be at and every neighborhood had their own little
They love getting naked, those Germans.
women area. Yeah, I mean it's not a big thing
Your
there.
own little topless pit. How great is that for teenagers? If I guess.
Well, I mean all the beaches are like that in Germany. You know, that's just normal.
When you need a baggy swimsuit, yeah.
Yeah, especially at that age when you can't control. You're just walking with
Yeah,
your towel
exactly.
with you the whole time.
Yeah, that woolen one piece won't cut it. Yeah,
Yeah, but then you just had to look at their armpits.
yeah.
Germany was a cool place to be as a kid, though.
Oh, well, you were outside Frankfurt, right? Something like in the
Yeah, so
American zone.
well, so Rhein-Main Air Force Base shared the runway with the Frankfurt Airport. So
Okay.
you got the Frankfurt Airport on one side, and the opposite side of the major runway was the Air Force Base. They closed down early '90s, but I was there '84 to '88, '84 to '87, around
Did
there.
you ever go to? I remember going to East Germany back in the day, and I smuggled out some East German marks.
We didn't go. I was young. I was with my dad. So I mean, we
Right.
drove to Berlin, where you had to go on that one road. You couldn't
Yeah.
get off of it all the way to
Right.
Berlin.
The Interallee, or whatever they're called. There's only
And
certain
then
roads.
we were there obviously
I've
before the wall came. The wall came down after we left. But
I've ridden Lake Berryessa. I've climbed Lake Berryessa, that hill, like many times. So
yeah, so when I was there, we lived in West Germany. It wasn't Germany back then.
Right.
Not that anyone cares. I was just trying to figure out, but it's the accelerators. This is a great, if you're into the Ramones, this is reissue.
Ah, is that the
It's
Action Park guy?
6-song EP, but yeah, really good. Action Park.
yeah, we're not really on a reggae trajectory right now, Alex. You know. Where's the record show at, Jason?
Minneapolis.
What is it? Got the early bird thing?
I think so, but I think I may suffer. You know, may not be up for that.
You got to get there for the early bird, man. Come on, man.
They're not gonna have. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, if you don't, man, someone else is gonna get all the cool stuff, man.
What's
All
that?
those Britney imports, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
all
know.
all those Britney bootlegs, yeah.
When are you going, Jason?
When am I going?
When
Allegedly tomorrow morning, if you can get up.
Tomorrow morning, right? If I don't, you know, no one's gonna sell this, right? No one.
Where are you going to?
Can't touch
Record
that.
show.
Record
Oh,
show
okay.
in Minneapolis. Yeah.
I was reading the comments and wasn't paying attention.
Are you in Minneapolis, Jason, or not?
Yes.
Yeah, I lived there one time in Dinkytown, if you know it.
Oh yes.
Is there a big Jamaican community there?
Yes.
Okay. So my best friend growing up, his dad has a really popular Jamaican or a reggae band in Minneapolis, and he's been doing show there for like 30 years.
But you know, there is, and I find it like, do they actually like snow, right? Because it's snowing right now, like 3 to 5 inches.
Did you see all the new drama with Ace Frehley and Paul
Oh
Stanley?
yeah.
Oh, tell me about it.
I
I
heard
guess
that
Paul
interview.
Stanley was talking trash and made a comment, and Ace Frehley was like, "You have 5 days to apologize to me publicly, or I'm releasing all the dirt on you."
He says yes, he has a 120-page manuscript in his lawyer's office. So yeah.
Oh, dude, I bet there's some stories of debauchery from that band in the 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah.
Hasn't Spinal Tap got a song called Love Gun?
Love Pump.
My Love Gun's Loaded or something?
Love Pump.
Hey, what's up, Melinda?
Love Pump as well. Lick My Love Pump.
Melinda, are you lurking all the time? You just like chime in once in a while? Are you like a lurker, Melinda? Let me know in the comments below.
She just had a good video where she showed some punk.
Yeah, but she gets some blowback. People like being kind of, it's like all of a sudden she shows punk, and I know how she feels, you know. So I start playing a little punk, and I get blowback. The punk people don't want to accept people like us, Melinda.
Man, I remember when I first started doing
I'm a
country
punk
videos,
fan.
people gave me so much shit about it.
You know.
It doesn't matter, especially when you get to a town of the size of Herd. It doesn't matter what you do. Somebody's gonna trash talk it or talk down it. Hey, what's up, Mike?
All right, Mike. I am not buying any fucking jazz albums tonight. I am not.
How many did you buy that night, Patrick?
Like 7.
Did they come in?
Yeah, they did.
The devil got a hold of you.
Yeah.
Well,
jazz
we got talking about a label, and he's like, let's go see what they have, and he ended up buying a bunch.
Oh my god, I don't have that one.
And listen, they're not cheap albums. They're not
Yeah.
$30 albums. They're all like $100.
I'm like going, damn man, I don't have this one. When did they release that one again? I was like, oh shit. It turns out one of them I did have, so now I have an extra. So, yeah. So whatever you do, people, do not let me buy any jazz albums tonight. That's my request of you. So, yes. Help me to not buy jazz records tonight. Yes.
Well, it's
I
kind
haven't
of
even,
fun.
I haven't even started the original jazz series or anything like that. I'm not going there. So don't make me do it. Yeah.
The thing is, last weekend you guys were still on, Steve and Patrick, and then I woke up like from sleep and like, what are those voices? And I'm like, you guys are still online, and then like,
Yeah, we did almost 5 hours last week.
Yeah, that was a long one.
jazz record, and like, Patrick, do not buy any records after midnight. Don't. Do it.
Oh my god, it was horrible.
Hey, do you want me to do a mic drop moment? Because I remember Jason showed like a Led Zeppelin album.
Yeah.
We all know this one, right?
Yeah.
But
No,
do we have this
nothing on
one?
the back. Nothing on the back with the 7-inch. Domination.
Wow.
Oh, it hasn't got nothing on the back though. But
Okay.
let's have the poster.
There you go.
I just sold my first US. I had a first US pressing with the sticker on the back of it that I just sold not too long ago.
Yeah, I was moving, and I for like literally 20 years, I couldn't find the poster. Then I found the poster.
Oh, nice.
That's worth a fair bit, I think. Yeah, I guess the one to get is the one without the stuff on the back, right? So I paid like £4.
For the US one, they put the sticker on the back to cover the missing songs.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just bought it when I was a kid for like £4 when it came out, randomly.
Well, it's funny. I bought mine for $11. I bought mine for $11. The guy thought it was a reissue. He didn't
No
realize. He didn't realize it was a first.
Save your
press.
money.
Damn.
But Paul, I don't think it sounds any different. Than
And when you go to Den Bosch, don't tell them you know Stunting and Michael 45 or they'll jack up the prices. Whatever you do,
yeah.
don't tell them.
Oh yeah, didn't Michael have one on? I saw it on Instagram, I think.
What's that?
But never mind the bollocks. I think Michael 45 had it on Instagram.
I used to like it when I was younger. I'm not a fan of it anymore.
So I learned guitar. I learned the one.
Pink Floyd, Jason?
What's that?
Dark Side of the Moon? Think of the Dark Side of the Moon?
Did I
I'd
get
much
that?
rather listen to like Crass or
Yeah.
a couple of the other UK bands.
What's that?
The 50th anniversary.
No, I didn't get that. Like Eddie,
No?
Oh yeah, I haven't heard good things about it.
Eddie, this is the one I got. Like, this is totally worth it. This-
You know, this is the last time you're going to show that, okay?
Yeah, noted.
No, it's
Noted.
not.
Yeah,
Did that just come out?
You're entering Jose Marino rant territory here, Jason. Okay.
What's up with Jose? He's not getting that much love.
Because he shows fucking 8,000 records and like it never stops.
Stormy Daniels.
There you go. Good job, Jason. Proud of you.
Yeah,
buddy.
Ron, I have it pre-ordered.
Attaboy.
There you go. How's that sound, Jason? How does LP number 7 sound in that box set?
I listened to LP1, and they actually have the unedited version, or the full version.
So I can tell you that this Tough Gong right here is a poor man's UHQR. If you want the UHQR, you don't want to spend for the bot and $100 extra, buy the Tough Gong Exodus. I'm telling you.
Or just buy the Abbey Road because it sounds better.
Well, the Abbey Road sounds way different. I mean, if you like the UHQR sound and you want it, that Tough Gong sounds almost exactly like the UHQR. Really.
I actually like the UHQR sound, but I'm going to get rid of it probably.
Did we lose John? What happened?
Yeah, I'm
I
not
guess
sure.
I
where
scared him
John
with the
went.
Sex Pistols.
Who offended John?
Yeah, you've got to concert, buddy. You got to watch. So if it's a box set that I know they're going to press a lot of, I'll put it on my watch list for Amazon because a lot of times, like 6 months later, you can get it for like half price.
Anything else, Chad? Besides the penny? But that's cool.
Like I got one of the David Bowie box sets for $110 on Amazon.
Whoa.
Yeah, if you watch that stuff and have like honey or whatever that
Talking of Abbey Road, I found this bad boy, like a magazine that came with Abbey Road attached to it.
Oh, that's cool. So what did that cost?
There you go, £10 or whatever.
Is that what you paid for it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
Oh, that's recent. That's a recent one.
It's a recent one. It's a reissue on
Oh,
Patrick
okay.
and knows the
I
label.
thought it was something from back in the
The
day.
Agostini. Pretty not
I've heard
pretty.
of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, just cool to have the whole thing attached to a magazine and a case or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, never to be played. But don't you love stuff in like a weird formats for storage? There was a band called you might know them, Steve, Fabulous Poodles in the 70s, like a pub rock English band. They put out their album in a 24-inch by 24-inch sleeve. You've got to love that for storage.
I like that. There were a couple bands that would do off sizes. I've got one that's like an 11-inch record that one of the punk bands put out that I thought was pretty cool.
It's okay when it's under. It's when you get this sort of...
Yeah, it's when they get over that it's annoying, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember what was it, like the 3-inch albums they did for a short while?
Oh, yeah. There's, oh, yeah, I've got another cool one. Where is it? The mini discs.
Oh, that's a good one. He's not even watching Malia. Here, I'll put it in the private chat. Angel Witch sounds good.
Gas Bums Mike. Try to get this. Try to get it.
You're showing that again? Come on, dude.
Here, Malia. You want to hear Angel Witch from Angel Witch?
Angel Witch. I could have bought another copy of that at the.
An original?
Yeah.
I messed up. One of my local stores had an original for like $40 a couple years ago. I didn't buy it, and I went back like 2 days later, and it was gone.
Always
You know the story. You know the rules, dude. Come on.
Yep.
I do. I still have my Angel Witch album. Oh, there's
Well, I
John
have like
back.
2 other copies of it, so that's why I was kind of fighting myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the New Metal Church. I like the song.
Who's singing for them?
Oh man, I can't remember what band he's from.
I mean, like the other guys are dead.
Yeah. Well, one of the singers is still alive, but
I have the OG. I have an OG Angel Witch already. Well, you need to let me know what you're looking for, Malia.
So the singer's Mark Lopez. He was in Rasta Boss's band. He's been in a couple other bands too.
Okay. I think these guys have a new record out now, Crownlands.
So he was in Malia Rage. He was in Rasta Boss's band, and he was in Let Us Pray. So
I think it's called Malaya Rage, not Malia Rage.
I've heard the band members say it both ways.
I think
Malaya
you're trying
Rage.
to-
They're a
I think you're
Boston
trying to-
band.
I think you're
Is
trying
it?
to trying to pander to Malia there and just calling her.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I call it both of them. I go back and forth. I don't know why. I don't think about it.
Because we've seen plenty of Malia's Rage here on this channel, so, you know. The star of the week, BB Berman. the
Yeah, Mike
latest
Powell and David
interviewee.
Wayne are both dead.
Great interview by there, BB. I loved your take on the tweet.
If you guys want to check out a great album, David Wayne did a solo album called Metal Church. It's fantastic.
Don't say that. You're going to make Jason show that record again. Stop it. I'm not buying that record. I don't care what happens. I'm not buying that record.
Does this sound like what's that? The new Zeppelin wannabe band?
Greta Van
Oh,
Fleet?
yeah. Greta Van
Doesn't it
Fleet,
sound
yeah.
kind of like Greta Van Fleet?
Well, if you're too lazy to send a list, then you have no one to blame but yourself, Malia. Seriously. For sure, Malia. Next time I see Angel Witch on the original UK bronze label, I think it came out on, I'm sure I'll just see those all the time, you know? I'm not mean, I'm just realistic.
So is Crownlands the name of the band?
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Motley Crue junkie Kyle is back. How do?
Oh, Canadian band, huh?
Want to play Livewire, Patrick?
By Motley Crue?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So is this a newer band?
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
They're like a two-piece.
I like it.
They're kind of like Rushy and, you know.
Oh, it says they're from Ontario. Yeah, two guys, Cody Bowles and Kevin Kamau. Something. Yeah, the first album was 2020.
I'll probably end up selling my Angel Witch at some point, Malia.
Yeah, just keep an eye with the Angel Witch. You can find that in good condition for pretty cheap if you watch.
Yeah. Has High Roller done it?
No, but it's what's that? That French couture.
Oh,
They just did it not too long ago. Somebody else did it like 5 years ago, and
This is Denise Dufert from Girls School. Her older brother's on this record.
oh really?
Yeah. Can't remember if he's the bass player or the
I mean, the
drummer.
median price for this is only like $32. So it's
Yeah,
not-
no, yeah, you can find it for a decent price.
There's a US pressing Fiji Plus for like $45 for sale right now.
Oof, this was a $5 record. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but when you compare it, John, to the other new wave of British heavy metal bands, this album is peak. Which
don't
is
hear that
crazy,
very
but this is
often.
one of the top 10 new wave
Yeah.
of British heavy metal bands, in my opinion.
Breakfast King had a close call with the Moose tonight. So, yeah.
Real Gone Music did a repress a couple years ago that was really good. That's what I was trying to think of.
Hey Patrick, these are super rare, like small format albums. I think I showed them on Brian Kidd's stream once.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I think I've seen those before, yeah.
What the hell are those? Is that Tom Thumb's record collection?
Yeah.
Music for midgets.
And he,
What the fuck is that?
He put them in the dryer and they shrunk.
Pretty good. They did a good job on these, right?
Is that
This
a
is one.
flip back? Is that a flip back cover on the doors?
Yeah. It's like 1-inch vinyl.
Is that
There you
die
go.
cut?
there
Is
you
that, a,
go.
is that a peelable banana?
Hey Patrick, did you do the Lightning for the Nations that John sent you yet?
I did. I have.
Can you play what's the song? Am I Evil?
Last one. Yeah, nice.
There
Anyway,
you go.
it's tough to find the crate though, but I did.
Oh wow, that's
Did you find a Peaches crate for those? Is that what you did?
that would be awesome.
Is that a Barbie accessory?
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
I had to really look at see what. Oh, here's one for Patrick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have all my original DI tapes, Malia. I don't have any of the DI stuff on vinyl. I do have Attacker. I don't have any Excalibur. I think I've got the first 3 DI tapes. No, they did the EP first, didn't they, John?
Yeah, it was EP, the first
Yeah, so
one.
I have the EP and then the first 2 albums.
Triple X, maybe? Was it on Triple X?
I can't remember. I wish I could have seen these guys in the 80s.
I saw them on the Shout at the Devil tour. They played here in Laredo. They're great, man.
Man, we couldn't
They're hot as
afford
shit.
tickets when I was a kid for big. All the shows that I saw were like really small shows. Didn't have the money for any of the big shows, even though they were like $15 back then,
Yeah.
$10.
I love the cheesy cowbell on this.
Yeah, well, they do the breaks. I love that.
Ding, 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 ding.
This is the best thing they ever did.
I don't know. I like Dr. Feelgood a lot.
I love Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
I love Shout at the Devil too.
I dropped out.
Hey, Cesar. I made it through the rice patties this morning. I'm fine. I got. Yep.
I wouldn't have been a metalhead without Motley Crue. That was the band that got me into metal. And 80. When did Shout at the Devil come out? 83?
83.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 82. I wish I had the leather records press, even though I know the leather records press.
Man, I remember when you could buy the leather record. It wasn't that long ago you could buy it for like $80. Now it's like $600, $1,000.
I remember when it was like $30, and
Yeah.
you thought that was crazy money, you know?
Yeah.
I remember seeing it for $60 and thinking, no, I'll find it again. And like, yeah, now it's insane. I love the original mix though. It's so good on that leather records pressing.
Yeah,
I have the Attacker on vinyl, and I have DI on cassette, Malia. I don't think I have any Excalibur. I never saw any of those live though. DI, I think they did a reunion tour in the '90s, if I remember correctly.
They played. I've seen him a few times.
Yeah.
We hung out with Casey Roya, the singer. He was nuts. He dumped a whole bunch of hot sauce in his mouth, like trying to impress us. Like,
Here you go, Malia. The first Kicks album. There you
I think
go.
the best I saw a dude get drunk and try to put a cigar out on his forehead. Thought that would be cool.
Is it like,
Last time I saw him like 10 years ago, he still got a scar from that.
Is it like picture for action? Picture for action?
Action had a terrible album cover. That's great.
This is quite the shift from what we're playing here. Yeah.
Hey, this was the heavy metal of its time.
So, Malia, are you gonna let me borrow that Hollywood Vampires if I send you a box? Send me a list of what you have that I can borrow.
Somebody needs to repress that. That's a really good album. I think that's my favorite of their albums.
Of Kicks or Hollywood Vampires?
No, the Hollywood Vampires.
Yeah, I got that one in that Metal Hall, and I got Cool Kids, white label promo of that. In the metal. I got 2 Leatherwolf albums. Never see Leatherwolf anywhere, man. So I was happy to find those. Flotsam Jetsam, Lizzie Borden.
And Hollywood Vampires, I'm not talking about the new band.
Yeah.
I'm talking
LA
about
Guns.
the LA Guns album.
Yeah.
Are you going to sell any of those albums, Patrick?
Yeah, eventually, once I'm going through and I'm picking out which one I want to record, and I have had 2 people I've had 2 people offer to buy all of them. So
Holy shit.
So I'm weighing that, I'm like going, well, how long would it take me to sell all of them versus selling all of them to one person? And,
Do you have any 78s, Patrick? Probably not, right?
I can't play them. I can't record them. So
Right.
I don't know if it sucks or it's good, but every time my local record store gets like a huge metal collection, I have everything in it.
Well, if you have the right box, man, I mean, I've never had anything lost by the mail. And thousands of records that I've shipped or had shipped to me, as long as it's got tracking, it always makes it here.
I had one Amazon order disappear, and that's the only record that I've ever not got. I've gotten some that were destroyed. I've gotten some that were supposedly near mint that were like G's, but with the exception of that one from Amazon, everything that I've ever ordered, I've gotten.
I'll send you a box, Malia.
I'm still cracking up about that Metal Mickey video, John.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
actually-
can't tell you. At least 3 times I wrote comments and deleted it and said, I'm not going to
I
get
wrote
into
a lot more and then I deleted it because I didn't.
Yeah.
It was driving me nuts, especially
You
to say
did that on
first album
purpose.
was not thrash.
Send
I
me
did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Send me an email, Depeche Commode. Here, I'll put my email address is on my channel, but in case, you can just email me here. Feel free to email me. I'm always interested in recording rare or obscure stuff that I don't have that people would be into. So
That's another band I've never been able to get into is Roxy Music.
Good
Yeah,
band.
I tried.
There's one album of theirs that I did like, but now they had some great album covers.
I was floored. I was floored when I opened this, John, and I saw this in that box.
dated them
I
all,
was
didn't they?
literally just floored. I was shaking. I was like, going, "Oh shit!" Yeah. So.
I think it was whoever he was dating at the time was on the cover, basically. Steve, right?
Oh yeah,
Jerry Hall and
I can't play 78s. I actually saw a stack of 78s at a antique store the other day. I thought about buying them, but I said no. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I got a couple right here. I got this is Little Walter on
do you have
Checker.
a
This
78 player, or do you play it on your regular record player?
I have a 78 player upstairs. I mean, it plays 40. It plays all 3, but I have it set to 78. What do I got
Yeah.
here? The Platters.
It
Do
plays
you use
country
a
and
use a
western.
78 a special needle, or do you just use a regular
Yeah,
needle?
use a 78. Oh, this is a good one. This is Big Maybell.
Oh, wow.
Blues cat. Well, blues
Those
chick.
are very clean too.
This is Roy Brown and his Mighty Men. This is Rockin' at Midnight. What is this? Big Bill. Oh, this is Big Bill, but it's actually Big Bill Brunzi. It's
Right.
unfortunately it's not a. It's more of a folkish tune, if I remember. Like he cut blues, he cut a whole bunch of stuff. Big Bill
Hey,
Brunzi.
show those, Jason. You got Billie Holiday and Leadbelly 78s. That's awesome.
Actually, put them in storage. Actually.
Oh,
but
did you, man? I love Billie Holiday.
If I can find the picture for you.
He's
They're
got
so
the most
brittle,
heavy
though,
metal
I think.
song of all time with Strange Fruit.
they're pretty hard to mail, aren't they? They're very brittle.
All the ones you see here locally are in horrible. I never see them in good condition anymore. I remember when I was a kid, my dad was always looking for Elvis 78s at like the swap meets and stuff, and you could still find them in nice condition. But now they're just
Get
always
some of the RCA ones, but yeah, they're still expensive now.
And then there's the Beatles 78s, which are super hard to find, right?
Yeah,
They're like
India.
$1,000. The
India,
Indian
right?
ones, yeah.
I remember him buying
Yeah.
a couple of the the Elvis 78s that are like $200-$300 now. I remember him getting them for, a quarter a piece, a nickel a
Oh,
piece.
wow.
I mean, it was the
Someone
80s, so
If someone has $7,000 right on eBay right now, I think there's 20 Sun 78s for sale.
wow.
Good lot. It's got a lot of the blues ones before the 200 series.
Is that Max Stevens selling those?
No, I don't think so. But it's like got some of the good blue ones, the blues ones. Billy the Kid Emerson doing the original Red Hot, but then it was like a bunch of Johnny Cash.
I got
Right.
real lucky. I found 5 original Sun 78s, 12 or 7 inches
45.
from Elvis from I can't talk today, from Johnny Cash with the picture sleeves.
Oh,
And
nice.
the picture
Those were
sleeves are all worth like $75.
Then those are
Mm.
EPs, I think. They
Oh,
didn't
yeah, the
have
High School
picture sleeves on
Confidential,
the
right?
Well, they
singles.
were all a couple of them were 4 songs, but most of them are 2 songs.
With picture sleeves. Huh.
Yeah, with picture sleeves.
I think I have one with pictures. One.
I got 'em
on
for
picture sleeve.
$12 a piece because the records looked really trash, but there was just like dirt and grit on them. When I cleaned them, they were like BG.
Yeah.
But with those, the
sleeves are
value of the
worth
picture
more.
sleeve, not the
Yeah.
record, because the records are everywhere.
Yeah, you could get Johnny Cash on Sun pretty common.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how do you know Max Stevens?
I watch his channel. I watch him a lot.
I used to run into him at the Austin Record Show, and he was always
Oh, yeah?
playing really rare records and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. He's been going. I knew him, and I didn't know him, but I'd play shows with him in the '90s, and he's
Oh, wow.
still going, like hardcore.
Yeah, I think he's had the collection twice and sold it, right?
Yeah, I told this story. We played with Matt Stevens. He went on early. He was one of the first bands, and it was in Denver. And he jumped off the stage. He was like a wild rockabilly guy, but he's a big guy. He's not a big guy, but he jumped off stage and he landed on a kid, and he broke the kid's ribs, and the kid had to go to the hospital and missed like the rest of the show.
Yeah, he's probably like, 250 pounds? He was a big guy, I think, yeah.
Yeah, he was really big. He was probably in his 30s when I was in my 20s.
Back in the day, that stuff was common, especially like I've been to a lot of shows where the band would jump into that. Now they'll get sued.
Like Jason, you remember Jay Reatard?
I have we stayed at his place. I cannot tell some stories about that.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of his, but he threw like he was in one of his moods, and he threw the mic stand out, and like he hit some kid and broke his nose, like who was in the front. Not cool.
No, he was not cool. I did not like him, but like he really liked the band a lot. He allowed us to stay with him. I mean, I've never. Are you recording this, Patrick?
Actually, no, I'm out of storage, so no.
You are not.
And
recording.
I played an AC/DC song, so it'll instantly be fucking taken.
Yeah, last
offline.
week's that 5-hour stream got pulled down right away.
Yeah.
Well, John, like when we stayed with Jay Retard, like that is like the biggest bowl of like cocaine I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think the statute of limitations have worn out on that, Jason. So it's okay. You can talk about doing a big ass thing of cocaine, and nobody really cares anymore. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I partook.
And the
in
subject
any of
is dead anyway. So.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was like, I was just like, what the hell? What the hell's going on here? Like, this is insane, But he was crazy. He was mean to his bandmates,
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Is that great clip of somebody jumping on stage trying to
I
attack
am not
Jagger, right?
buying any freaking jazz album. Stop it, Mike. Stop talking about that shit, dude.
Somebody
Yeah.
block Mike, please.
Yeah, I mean, stop it.
Have you seen that clip of when Keith Richards hits the fan with his Telecaster, and the guy jumps on stage
Yeah.
trying to attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets straight back into it, doesn't lose a beat. Yeah.
The best is Maynard Keenan from Tool. There's a guy that jumped up on stage. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He puts him in a headlock. He keeps singing until security comes and grabs the guy from his headlock.
Well, didn't Pete Townsend like fucking cold cock Abby Hoffman or something?
Yeah.
I'm sure Abby Hoffman didn't say anything to instigate that at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think he wanted to make some announcement or preach up on during their show. He's like, "This is my stage."
Yeah.
I just listened to this, man. She's so good. Even now, she still sounds great.
She is so nice, man. So fucking nice. It's a nice, I mean, very short.
Yeah, she's like 5'3" or 5'4", isn't she?
Yeah. We opened for her in Lawton, Oklahoma, man. Man, she's short and beautiful and freaking super nice, man.
So does she still do all the Warlock songs too, or is it just the Doro stuff?
I don't know what she. This was years ago,
Oh,
so
okay.
I mean, this is right when she. This is like '89. Yeah. What album is that off of? I don't think I have that. I have a lot of Extreme, but is that off of Waiting for the Punchline?
Yeah, she speaks pretty good English.
Oh, she does, yeah.
She always has. Actually, I've lived all over the world, and a majority of the people that I knew in every country I've lived in spoke a pretty good amount of English. It's just Americans that don't learn any other languages, really.
Yeah, I don't have the new album, so sorry.
I was surprised. That was a pretty good album. The most recent Motley Crue. I didn't like the new Extreme song. I was never a fan of Extreme anyway, but like 6 people messaged me, "Hey, you got to check out the new Extreme song. It's amazing."
I love Extreme, so but I haven't heard the new stuff. I remember when Porno Graffiti came out, man. I remember like, walking around Council Bluffs, Iowa, on Thanksgiving because I didn't want to go eat dinner at somebody's house and sitting there walking, and every restaurant was closed, and I literally was starving by the time it came back. Thank God they brought me leftovers, but I think I listened to that record like 3 times in a row because it just came out.
I liked their first album. The second one, Porno Graffiti, killed it for me. I actually gave my copy to Melinda.
I mean, the first album was like more kind of hair metally, and
Yeah,
the
it was
second album
straight up though,
Yeah.
And the second one, yeah. I mean, he's an amazing guitarist. He's one of the best guitarists ever, but I've never been able to get into it.
Well, you're gonna hate this next song, man. So
I don't hate it. It's just not a favorite.
Yeah.
I've still got their debut on their third album. Billy Hurst was just talking about buying it from me, the third album.
I saw them. I saw Alice in Chains open for Extreme in a club. So
people don't realize how long Alice in Chains and Soundgarden, they weren't 91 bands. They were all 87, 88 when they started doing shows and stuff,
My
that
best
whole Seattle
friend,
scene, other than
one of my
Nirvana,
best
were older bands. You froze again, John.
Yep. It's a good screenshot. Someone grab that.
Last screen, that was good too. Here.
Someone grab that. That's classic. I'll do it. Save. There we go. Immortalized there, John.
He was about to tell a good story too. I could tell.
I know he was.
One of my best.
What it was when he comes back on.
I like this because Pat Travers sings background vocals on this song. I'm a huge Pat Travers fan. I think
Pat Travers, he just played here like 3 months ago.
that guy never got his due. Look, Melinda Murphy is still. So you gave your Extreme to Melinda Murphy? Is that what you did?
Yeah. Yeah, she sent me Truth, the MoFi, when it sold out in like 30 minutes. He had an extra copy.
She does have that MoFi connection, although she won't make that video. But yeah.
Well, it's pretty nice of Melinda to do that.
Yeah. People say Melinda gets nothing but records from people, and yet she gifted you a record. See?
Oh, yeah.
Don't believe what you hear, people.
Yeah, she sent me a few records, if I remember correctly.
This guy's such a great guitar tone, man. of the period.
Wow. This is Gary Sharon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having bad internet tonight. I don't know.
You guys having weather?
It is raining out, but I don't know.
Technically, we always have weather.
Actually, I think weather's only when it changes, right?
Well, apparently there's weathers all the time because we got freaking weathermen that can't predict shit. But that is a job I want. It has no accountability. You can be wrong every single day, and nobody.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? So when I was in the Navy, I had a pilot. That's what he went to school for meteorology, but he went back in the '80s when they had to learn from the charts. They had to look at the charts and predict the weather based on that. And he said it was like 82% back then. Now it's all computer models. All they do is learn how to use the computers. It's like 61% correct now with the computer models.
I live in Northern California, man. They told me that this year was going to be horrible. No rain. It's going to be freaking dry. We're going to have rationing. And this has been the wettest motherfucking year since I've lived here, man. It's been a record snowpack. I'm like, oh, you guys don't know anything. You know?
The best is the Weather Channel is about 2 miles or 3 miles from where I live right here. And I have been here where it says 0% chance of rain and it's pouring.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the building is right there, so it's not like they can't look out the window and see it. It's all computer models, you know?
Malia's like the conscience of the Vital Community stream. She'll let you know when it's time for bed.
Yeah, I'm out, Patrick. Thanks for having me on.
Way to go, Malia.
Yeah.
Jason's here hanging out with
See you later,
us.
Jason.
Hey,
Have a good one,
Good luck tomorrow, man.
later, guys.
You shamed him into the rice patties. Way to go, Malia. Thanks. You know. Right, now we got Paul in center square. He's a fucking limey. God.
With the weather forecast here, they cover all the bases, like patchy rain with a touch of sun, potential, you know.
If you guys see the sun, it's like a miracle, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's 5 days a year, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is it like Seattle, where you always got a mist or something, a little bit of rain
Kind of.
going?
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle, I was there for 9 months when I was in the Navy, and for like 3 solid months, there was this mist in the air constantly. It was never raining, but it was just enough. It wasn't enough to get you wet, but it was enough to keep you pissed off in the morning, you know?
It's like a plant mister going that's...
Yeah. But people always talk about all the rain in Seattle. It's a lot more of that mist than actual rain.
When you find used records here, they're always damp, right, stuck together, and mildew, and...
Seattle's a good city, though, because Seattle's got record stores that never close down. They've got stuff that's been there since the 70s.
You know, I found the record stores in Seattle to be kind of overrated, man. I thought
I haven't been there.
better
This was in the
record
90s last time I was there, so...
I just worry about the suicide rate over there. That's the problem.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
It's like, it's like your Finland.
Have record collection that they leave behind.
Yeah.
Good night, Melinda.
We can send the wax out there.
Melinda had to leave after that comment.
Way to go. You guys are sending people to the rice patties left and right, man. Jesus Christ. I'm probably going to end the stream pretty soon anyway. I'm kind of tired. I've been
Yeah, I got to get to bed soon.
Come on, Diva.
Yeah, I've got to get up soon.
Yeah, Paul's got to start his day.
Yep.
How's Diva doing, Patrick?
Yeah. Well, what do you want to tell everybody how you're doing, Diva?
Okay.
Okay. He says, I'm on glucosamine. I've been taking glucosamine pills. The rice patties is kind of a joke. So it's kind of a there's a guy that has a channel called something about the rice patties.
Yeah, it's a guy that's...
But I know he's a pretty nice guy in Japan, you know, I don't have a problem with him. So, but apparently he knows some people that make videos that, you know, are not complimentary to Rob and Rachel or something, so I don't know.
I've seen a couple of his videos.
I've
He's
seen
in like...
He can come across as a dick because when I made a video about my 10 Rivers records, I have a record that was they only pressed 1,000 for Discog, and it's a highly sought after, single by Electric Wizard. So when I make the video, the guy's like, "Well, it seems, like weird that a pressing will only press 1,000, and where are you getting your information from?" I'm like, "Discogs, dickhead. Where else? He came across like questioning me. It's like, I'm getting my facts from Discogs.
I think when he first started, he kind of like had this attitude that he was like,
Yeah, he had an attitude problem, man.
I mean, but then again, truth be known, I thought I had an attitude problem, and I probably did when I first started too. So I mean, it happens to everybody. But I think he kind of settled in later on. You can't really judge anybody from the first 10 videos they do.
He's in a pretty small town, or a smaller town in Japan, though. So, like, he shows record stores, and people are always like, "Oh, I thought Japanese record stores were a lot better." But he's in like a little small town area. If you actually go into the city to like Yokohama or to Akihabara, there's some amazing record stores. With the cool thing about Japanese record stores is they all specialize. So there'll be like a heavy metal store, and then like a couple buildings down, there's an all jazz store. And when I say it's you're talking, 5,000 or 6,000 of one genre in each of those stores, and they're all in amazing condition. They've got bootleg stores where it's nothing but bootlegs on cassette and on LP. I love living there. I was
sure that Okinawa is like really the jam for vinyl.
So I don't know about for vinyl. I wouldn't believe that, but maybe.
This guy from Japan told me. I met this guy in Austin, living in Austin now.
Yeah,
so Okinawa is really like the hub for vinyl. I don't know why, but
Isn't that because there's a U.S. base there, or big ass?
Well, there's
base
U.S.
there?
bases everywhere, though. So the thing is, I wonder if they're actual Japanese pressings, though, because all the bases, especially back in the 70s and 80s, they were American pressings that had like a gold stamp on the back.
Yeah.
It said for military sales only.
I had a Superman album that had that, and a Santana album that had that too.
Yeah,
All right,
and that's what you used to be able to buy there. I
ever go there.
It was like that, but
I'll blow millions if I ever. It's on my bucket list to go there. I'm going to drop a lot of dough on buying it if I go. To go to Japan.
Oh yeah,
I would spend way more money in the UK on records than I would ever in Japan. Ever.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's right. You don't like the Japanese stuff, do you?
No.
He doesn't like turning up the bass on his.
But Patrick, the Japanese dealers in the 80s were cleaning up here in the U.S.
Oh yeah, no, you find American pressings there too.
I would run into not only U.S. pressings, all pressings.
No, but you would find in the metal store it would be just as many American pressings as Japanese pressings.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, honestly, to be honest, Chance, when I first saw you, I was like going, "Who is this guy that already has merchandise? Who is this? I don't even know who this guy is, and he's got like coffee mugs." But you're a great guy. It's like, I'm like going, "Who cares?"
Did you ever play Japan, John?
No, I've never been.
They have such a crazy rockabilly scene there. I mean, it's insane.
If you look for 90s, like the 90s rockabilly bands, odds are it's in Japan.
Yeah,
They bought everything.
Well, I told you, I've bought some really bad, like really terrible rockabilly singles.
Oh yeah,
for like 25 cents.
People in Japan came over
and
they
sold them for like
$100
$100 because they're like, the Japanese love them. They don't understand the lyrics, so
Yeah.
for us it sounds horrible. But as long as it's got a good groove for them, they love it.
I told you my old band. Where is it? There was some sort of bootleg in Japan that put out one of my songs on this compilation, his DJ compilation, like in the 2000s, like 10 years after the fact. I saw it like on his Japanese bootleg. So
That's
I
funny.
had to buy it from Japan.
One thing good about Japanese though, people, is that they do grade records very well. They're great at their grading. UK people, no offense, Paul, they suck. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's horrible here. They're liars, basically.
They're ultra conservative.
if you can find a UK seller that's consistent, then you should. Like I have a couple of guys on Discogs that I know. Or
Yeah, that's an idea for a little business model. Maybe call it like a buyers club or something.
Oh yeah. I heard there's some drama with the Buyers Club, but I won't share it. But I've heard internally there are some problems with the OBC. I know,
It was
Malia.
bound to happen, man.
It's the last song, Malia. You have the last song. I have it queued up. I promise you.
Yeah, Lavelle
Yeah,
is funny.
Lavelle.
I ran across a
I've
couple of
seen
the.
that.
I ran across a couple Japanese Coltrane's. I thought they for cheap. And I thought they were going to be worth a lot of money, so I bought them. And yeah, they're like $15 albums because I guess they don't sound good.
Mike, I promised I would not dish. So if it comes to fruition that I can dish, I will. But I mean, but yes.
This is like an $80 album now all day long, right? Sticky Fingers. If you see
You know,
it.
it depends. I mean, there's so many variations on this record. Now the new thing is the French MPO 2015 pressing. I haven't heard it, but I mean that's the latest buzzword. So yeah.
I saw
I've got
a
a
Czech
pressing
one.
from the '70s, and it sounds.
You know,
great.
I mean the U.S.
Yeah,
Monarch.
my
You know,
original
whether
sounds good.
it be
Isn't the German one?
41 no, this is the U.S. Monarch.
Most of the
right here.
Rolling Stones albums sounded really good. The originals.
Isn't the German one the one to get?
I have the German one as well. So
And I saw a Czech one. I don't know. It's on some funny label.
well, you don't want the Czech one. No.
You don't want the Czech one?
From the Czech Republic or from Israel? Every
was
Israeli
actually-
record I have.
It was
sounds
Czechoslovakia even. I think it was. Yeah, it was an old one.
Yeah.
I forget the
you wanna
label.
avoid- you want to avoid those records from Prague, okay? It's like don't.
I got a Led Zeppelin from Israel just because I thought it was cool. It sounds so bad.
Even Israeli bands sound bad on Israeli presses. I have a band called the High Windows. They were like an early rock band in Israel. Some guy wanted me to record. And that
It's the
sounded
Churchills,
like,
right? The
And they were
Churchills,
pretty-
people like
That's
that
the big
side.
band.
Don't encourage Jazz Bum Mike. He's a bad influence. Lavelle, don't you start either. Okay? You jazz guys, I'm not buying any jazz records tonight. I'm not. So. But I'm gonna be like Jason. I'm gonna show this record again because it's so funny. It's like I've waited so long to own this record, and now I'm just kind of like, whatever, you know. This is a great krautrock record, Night Sun Morning. But I've waited so long, and I got it, and it's just kind of anticlimactic, you know.
I was like that with one of the Jane records. I really got into Jane for a while there, and there was one that I really wanted, and I got it, and it's like the worst album.
I'm like going, you know, it's a really good record, but I'm like going, why was I so hyped to get this record? You know, yeah. It's like some of those krautrock bands, like what is it, like Creative? What's that? There's a band called Creative Rock, has like a gorilla.
Yeah, I know
on
you're
the
talking
cover.
about with that monster thing on the cover.
Yeah, it's like I've had it before, and I'm like going, it's kind of what's that other one? King Ping Man.
I have a reissue of it that I got. That's the good thing about Rockadrome, man. They press a lot of those really rare $1,000 records for like $17-18, you know.
Yeah, but the pressing, but you know, the source they used is probably only make it worth $17-18. I mean, if I want
Most
that,
of them sound really good for when you compare them to the originals.
Well, he doesn't press those. He buys those for Europe. I know him, Dennis from Rockadrome. He sets up at the Austin record show every year.
Yeah, but everybody's getting their stuff pressed in Europe now.
No, but he doesn't press those.
No, he has his own label though that he does press.
Right. But he's only done like with the Jerusalem and
He's
couple
done
of
quite
others.
good. He did Jerusalem. He did
that
Pussy.
Jerusalem sounded like shit. I have that one. And it
Yeah,
sounds
mine
horrible.
sounds bad. Yeah.
It's bad, really bad. They should have taken my rip of it and made a fucking copy of it.
Yeah, I have
I'll
the
do
C-
that.
I have it on CD. I rather listen to the CD than the.
Oh man, I bought that reissue just because I was curious. I was like, well, you know, I just did an original UK of this on Duram. How does this reissue sound? Oh my god, my rip sounds miles better than that.
And I think the CD has the single on it too, the best song, the Moth to Flame one.
he did the single later as a 7-inch.
Yeah, I'd like to get that, but put it in the list, you know.
Okay, it's gonna be the last song, so I can go to bed and get some rest. But
Yeah, him and Aaron are good friends. They've known each other since before he had Rockadrome.
Munster Records. It was Munster
Yeah.
Records. That's when I remember. That's why I was buying the stuff, but I was still buying CDs on a lot of that.
He lives out in San Antonio now. So I see him at all the San Antonio and Austin shows.
I'm glad they redid all the Sabotage albums.
This was the best one. I'm glad I bought on vinyl. The Manila Road on Monster Records. What was this one called?
There were a
And
lot
those
of
Manila
guys
Roads. Those original Manila Roads have gotten crazy.
If I don't sell the whole
this
collection,
is a good one. Mark of the Beast.
For sale somewhere. This is
Oh, I want that.
Was
that the original?
Was that out of Italy? Was
It's not the original on par. This is like the first one on Combat.
Okay.
So the first pressing was on par.
Yeah, that was the all blue one.
Yeah.
is that Italian? Is that Italian? No, Monster. Was it out?
No, that's Monster. Is Spanish.
Nah, this is
Spain.
American. Yeah.
This is,
I don't know who
Monster
Vance is.
M-O-N.
Friday, Vance is usually on Grown Man Record Night on Friday, though. He doesn't usually hang out here, so yeah. Which is fine.
Monster, the Spain label's great.
Yeah, he's got three. He has like 3 different imprints now that he does. He does Rockadrome, but he's got like 3 different labels that he presses stuff from. But yeah, he only does like 1 album a year. He does some cool stuff. Was it Ice Cross? That he did it like 5 or 6 years
Yeah.
ago? That was really good.
Truth and Janie.
Yeah, the truth. Actually, I just got the.
Yeah, those are the ones I have on CDs. Truth and Janie. What was The Pound of Flesh. Who was that? Remember that one?
Oh,
Yeah.
Can?
Is it Can?
Yeah. Or Pan? Was it Pan or Can?
It wasn't Can, because that's the Krautrock band.
Yeah, I think it's Pan. P-A-N.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's Pan, not Pam. Pan.
These Truth
Man.
and Janies are really good though.
Pan.
I'm just doing a Step Brothers routine right there. So in case you guys remember that.
But yeah, he just repressed the Truth and Janie stuff again.
Actually, one of those pop-off books came with a sampler from them. Was it the 70s metal?
I have both of those if they're in my bedroom.
One of them had a sampler of all the 70s bands from Rockadrome or Monster Records. Like 1 track each. It's fantastic.
It's too short, or John Oliva going, oh. Oh. That right there, that's the downside to me. That's the downside to all Sabotage songs. When
That's
John
my
I
Oliva-
favorite
had never
part.
heard this album until a couple years ago.
That's your favorite part, Tom? When he goes,
Yeah,
"Ah,
I think you should have did it more and more songs.
Oh, God. Yeah, right.
Start off each song. It's Kane, John.
Kane. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. Kane.
Kane.
I knew it wasn't Pan, but I
Yeah,
couldn't think of it.
Oh, my God. All right, people. I'm going to shut it down. I'm sorry it's an early for us on Friday, but I've been sick all week, so I need to get my rest. So, yeah.
Good to
Get
see
better,
you. Sun's
Patrick.
coming up here anyway.
I can see that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Paul.
Yeah,
Take
good to see you
care,
guys.
Eddie.
Yeah,
Steve,
Paul.
Thanks a
thank
lot.
you,
Eddie,
Take care.
You all be
Good night,
Everyone in the
everybody.
gallery. Good night.
Cool.
Thanks,
See
Patrick.
y'all Sunday. Have a good night.
Later,
and good
kids.
luck. Good record hunting tomorrow. Bye-bye.